here just to catch my buzz. He's right here just to catch my cup. Now they don't really talk about us. Now they don't really talk about love. Honestly, they ain't never seen too much.
From the oldest capital city in the Americas, founded in 1325, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Mexico City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and our home team. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
They're on the 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. First carry for Nick Chubb. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
On the play, 2nd and 10 at the 17-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Try the jet sweep here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
The tackle made.
Well, I sure wouldn't be surprised if we see more of this as this game goes on, because we know they like to use their wideouts either on quick throws or on jet sweeps like what we just saw there. And to say that that one worked well, partner, that's stating the obvious.
Chubb. Closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
The tackle made by...
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 14 yards through the air. Caught the D off guard on 3rd and 1.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
Following the penalty, Chubb. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And his pass incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again. Jackson firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And it's
third. This will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. From the gun, Jackson. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown.
Complete to number 1.
From 4 yards out. And the Browns have taken the early lead. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you get game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. That's a really good job of execution by them.
And this carries into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10. At their own 22-yard line.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And on his first carry, he loses the football. This is picked up by So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Chubb. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 39-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They run. Chubb. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And down to the 28-yard line. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Now Chubb. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback instead he gets a hole.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
On the ground, it's Chubb. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
This is Chubb. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. 2nd and 16.
At the 34-yard line.
Throwing is Jackson. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. There he goes, right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Touchdown.
George Kittle, 34 yards. And the Browns add 6 to their lead.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will make it into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jackson on first down. Over the middle to Smith. The 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Herb Smith Jr., 75 yards. And the Vikings get the quick strike touchdown. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Browns 14. Vikings 7. Dan Bailey to kick off for Minnesota.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter 1 of the new year. We'll be back. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Oh, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter 1 of the new year. We'll be back. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Handoff comes to Chubb. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
They need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45.
Ball carrier.
Give him a couple on the run there. It'll be 2nd and 13.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Now on 2nd and 13. Jackson eluding the pressure right. And that's incomplete.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
The Browns on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is going to be 3rd and 13. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line.
16-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here.
At the 38-yard line.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. From the gun, Jackson. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Operating from the gun. Jackson lets it fly for Thielen. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown Vikings. Adam Thielen, 38 yards. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And it's up and good. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Drive about to get started. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
2nd and 11 at the 28-yard line.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, Jackson, buying time to his left. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 38.
That's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Starts with a completion out to the right. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
1st and goal.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Jackson. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown Vikings. Adam Thielen. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Vikings have taken the lead. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
The score, Vikings 21.
From Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And a less than desirable return as he's out of bounds at the 15-yard line.
Conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And he finds a man on the crossing route. A gain of 6 there on first.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Throwing again on second down. Jackson wants a screen pass. That's complete. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. Forced out to his left. And able to find Kirk complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here in Week 1. He'll buy some time right. Incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Throwing again. Jackson. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. On the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
At the 44-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Vikings' 14-yard line. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
They'll try the jet sweep with Kirk. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
It's a gain of 2 yards.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
They'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Operating from the gun. Jackson flushed out right. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. The 40. He's at the 30. 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. It turns into 6 points the other way.
You know, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will make it into the end zone. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They go play action now. Jackson. This one brought in by Jefferson. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Now Jackson on first down. Smith catches left side. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Stopped immediately there. Chandler Jones, a former All-Pro, in on the tackle. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
And he'll get this one down to about the 27. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
On third down, Jackson. He's going to get this one down to Cook. And he does not get to the first down marker as they stop him at the 19. Give him 8 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Dan Bailey now for the field goal try. This from 36 yards out.
36-yard attempt.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and that'll push the lead up to 17. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. 2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener. They go play action with Jackson. Dancing, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Anthony Barr showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. Well, there was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
There's Jackson on 3rd and long, escaping the pressure right. Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
The Vikings take over first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Jackson. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Credit the sack there to Chandler Jones. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Here's Jackson. Short throw to Smith. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now Jackson. Setting up the screen for Cook. All the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
We got a little bit of everything on that run. Offensive line creating some space, but how about the guy running behind his pads into the end zone?
What does that mean when a guy says running behind his pad?
It means that he's going to be a physical runner. That way he's able to use his shoulder pads, his forearms, anything to ward off people and power his way forward.
PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play.
For Minnesota.
After the rough roughing penalty on the PAT. They'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Begin this drive with Chubb, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
He was
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. And again, it's Chubb. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
A gain of 13 yards. And the Browns' 1st down.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. He'll air this one out for Kirk. This is caught inside the 15. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. A big connection on that one. 51 yards.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. To throw is Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
This will be caught at about the 6. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal.
At the 3-yard line.
A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Another solid game-changing play for this defense for the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, you know, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too.
On the carry.
It's the Pro Bowler Chandler Jones who makes the tackle.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll be out right at the 35. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. Well, clear running situation. Trying to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
On the pickup, brings up 2nd and 2.
Jackson now. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A gain of 13. It's a first down. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 44-yard line. Here's Jackson to throw. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. Back to the ground, Cook. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage. The stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. The snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7.
Pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. About 3 yards there to the 27.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves and start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. There, first down Vikings. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Lawrence Guy able to bring him down.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
On 2nd down now. It's Cook, and he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 6.
Going to give this time to the tailback. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
And they won't run a play here, no victory formation. They will indeed try to get 3 more. And Bailey able to knock it through. And that'll push the lead from 24 up to 27. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Now after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. What a spin. And down he goes just shy of the 25. Now penalty marker is down. Let's see what that's about. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Play action. It's Jackson sliding out of the pocket. He'll try and run it. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now.
Incomplete. It's 3rd down. And 5 yards to go.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. 3rd down, and they're going to try the jet sweep. He will be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The defense does its job. Now they're going to get the ball here in overtime with a chance to win it.
Major league kudos to them because to get the ball back in this spot, everything was on them. They had to happen, and they pulled it off. They'll get it back for their offense with a chance to win.
Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, you know, all eyes were watching this when everyone was excited that football was back.
And it's just special. You could just feel it. It's so good to have the pigskin back out there. It'll be crisp fall weather before we know it.
You got that right, but I love the build-up to it, right? All day long anticipating it, and then we got here and we saw a game, the first game of the year. Let's keep going.
So for the home team here, they begin the new campaign with a victory here in front of the home crowd in the Thursday opener. And now it's off to the airport for a date with Customs and a long flight north to the U.S. Meanwhile, for